Hi, Mary Morrissey here. I want to share today 5 of Mary's top health habits. These have become habits in my life of ways of being that have produced for me an ongoing wonderful health throughout my life most of the time. I've had moments, like most of us do in our journey, a kidney situation when I was very young and other moments along the way. But the main trend of my life has been practicing these 5 health habits that I grew into that over time became actually spiritual habits as well as physical or health habits. So the number 1 health habit is what I believe for me has made the huge difference, which is mindset and how I talk to myself. And what I say to myself when I see myself in the mirror, either with clothes on or clothes off. And over time, particularly as I began to age, moving into my 40s or 50s, I'm 73 now, as I record this, was starting to notice some things. Gravity was starting to have its way with my body. And I began to notice a trend towards critical self-talk regarding my body. And I know, there's research that's done that plants that are talked to with, mean energy have a biological effect of that. And I thought, well, my cells are hearing that. So I began to, even if I didn't feel it, tell myself I was beautiful, that I was aging beautifully, that how grateful I am that my feet work, and my legs work, and that I have vision and hearing and all the many things. And I just wasn't a big, long thing. But I just caused myself to trend towards saying nice things to myself regarding my body. And also increasing a belief that I could have dynamic health all the days and all the years of my life. So it's just a practice, and it is a health practice for me. It's also a spiritual practice that as I give myself a connection of love that connects me not only to Mary and feeling better about Mary, but connects me to the infinite, whose name is love. My second health habit, and I'm sure you employ many of these yourself, is healthy food. Now, does that mean I only eat what many people would consider highly healthy food? No, I don't believe in, over time, moderation has become my main practice. But if I see a bite of something or a piece of something along the way, I don't eat sugar every day. But if we're at something special or I see something and I want that, I'll have some of that. I don't have to eat a big pile of it or the whole cake of it. But I allow myself to enjoy my life with my food while I'm living it, because that translates into allowing myself to enjoy my life in all kinds of other arenas in life. So I do eat food that have healthy nutrients to it lots of the time. I eat in moderation, but I do not believe in deprivation. I sit down when I eat. Now, do I 100% of the time? No, sometimes I'm on the run and I'll grab a banana or I'll do something. But most of the time, including in the morning when I drink my protein shake, I sit down, begin my day, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending on the meals I'm eating that day. I sit down and I breathe. And I recognize this is a gift. Just the ability that I'm breathing, and that I'm actually not the one breathing. I can't breathe on my own. There's a presence, a power, a life happening with me, and it's breathing me. And I tune to that. So I breathe, I notice the gift of that breath, and then whatever the food is, no matter what the food is, I hold my hands over it, and I see the energy pouring through my hand, the light that's coming into every single one of us, but I visualize that, and I pour the light on the food. And I know that has had an impact in activating healthy nutrients that are in the food that I'm eating. I vision that, I seal that, and it doesn't take a long time, but I'll cause myself to believe that I am activating whatever is healthy in that food that I'm about to eat. And of course, I'm a believer in drinking really good, healthy water. This is one of my favorites, but it's not the brand, it's water. So I keep this around me and I drink throughout the morning, afternoon, and evening, multiple bottles, because I know that that's really, really healthy for me. But it's not just the drinking of the water, it's how I drink the water. You know, water has been used in ceremonies, spiritual ceremonies, baptisms, christenings for many, many, many years. Whether you get in water and are submerged for a cleansing or a fresh start, I use that same water as a cleansing when I'm washing my face or brushing my teeth so that my words match the vision I'm holding. While I'm taking a shower, I see whatever I'm ready to release going down that drain. And when I'm drinking in fresh water, I see an inner cleansing going on. So it's not just random or casual most of the time, not all the time. I don't require myself to be perfect in any of these habits, but it's a trend. I trend towards this. So most of the time when I'm drinking water, whether I'm talking to somebody else, coaching, or doing anything else, that water's going in, I can feel it cleansing in me. And I know that it cleanses, it nourishes, and helps me let go of things along the way more healthily. So I love good food. I love eating lots of different kinds of food. And the water has been very important to me, both in spiritual ceremonies as well as my own health. Sleep. You know, there's a lot of prescriptions on how many hours we should sleep. And as we age, we might sleep less and all of that. So for you, I mean, there were many years in my life where 6 hours was I woke up, I was refreshed, I slept well, I woke rested, and 6 hours was great for me. Over the last bit of time, the last 10, 15 years, my body has wanted more time to rest. Now, as I've aged, sometimes I wake up in the night. I learned along the way not to get up, not to read something, and certainly not to turn on the television. But one of my early teachers, spiritual teachers, told me, Mary, sleep is one of the most sacred activities a human can engage in. So if we treat it as a sacred set of hours, you know, how we get into bed, the last thought we think, we can even give our subconscious mind a command, and we tell ourselves, well done for this day, not perfect, but well done, and focus on some things that I do believe I did well this day. And then I begin to put my body into a relaxation that I actually command. I start at my feet. And I'm breathing and settling in, grateful for the bed that I'm in. And I focus on my feet, my toes, right through the ball of my foot, my feet, and feel my feet getting heavier and more relaxed. I'm grateful for the relaxation in my feet. And then I move into the ankles. Thank you, ankles, for bending in the walking I've done today. And I feel my ankles and my calves and my knees and my thighs sinking into the bed. I'm grateful for the ability to move those legs and in all the different ways that I do. I'm grateful for my hips, my bottom, my belly, my upper torso, my back torso. And I feel that just soaking in, giving it a commanded relaxation, feeling it occurring first in my mind, and then my body follows. Across the shoulders, down the upper arms, into the forearms, into the 10 fingers, up my neck, up the back of the head, chin, tip of my chin, right cheek, left cheek, center of my forehead, and the top of my head, surrounded in light, energy that's renewing, relaxing, restoring. I say those words, even at times when my body isn't feeling it yet. I say those words anyway. And on the rare occasion when I'm just not going to sleep right away, or I wake up and I don't go back to sleep right away, I see that also as a sacred period of time where something is being made and being revealed to me. So I stay curious. But I do keep the mind and the body as calm as possible so I can be a receiver of whatever those inner messages are that could be bubbling up for Mary. And many, many, many a night over the years, something has just dropped in like a bolt of, oh. And once I'm aware of it, I go right back to sleep. We're all going to do some exercise. So of course, exercise is part of my health regime, and it's a health habit, but maybe not the way many people do it. In today I do weightlifting and I do cardio and I do all kinds of things. But along the way of the years, I chose many years ago, as I began spiritual practices, to make sure that I was doing something that I love doing, or at least like doing. Remember, after the birth of my fourth child, Matt Boggs, I had 3 other kids. Matt was born. I had children now from 11 to birth. I had 2 younger ones and 2 older ones. And my body, of course, after a baby, 4th time, did not want to go back to shape right away. And I had missed running prior to Matt's birth. There were a couple of years between children where I loved running. I'd go out in the morning. We lived on a farm, and I could run through the orchards and the berries and really have that morning engagement with life. And so I thought, I'm just going to run around the farm, which was 133 acres. I started running like I don't know what I was thinking, but like I could, run after not running for several months. I'd been walking, but not cardio. And I got to the barn, which was like a couple hundred feet. And I was like, and I went, oh my gosh, I am so out of shape. And there was a temptation to be critical about that. And then I thought, no, wait a minute. You ran to the barn. You can walk quickly back, but you made a move today. And this idea came to me called the better than nothing rule. If I run for 5 minutes, that's better than nothing. If I exercise for 20 minutes, that's better than nothing. If I do my full workout with the trainers that come in by Zoom now to help me, that's my full workout. But I'm doing something every day. And that better than nothing has made a huge thing for me over time. It's given me room to enjoy the life I'm living while I'm living it. My last health habit that I want to leave you with today is this one, a very important one for me. And that is fun. I deeply believe that spirit loves fun. Humans didn't invent fun. It's uplifting to us. We look forward to it. Most of us wait for fun to happen to us. You can actually plan fun. You can generate fun. And so the fun, the playing with my granddaughters, going on a picnic with my husband, walking my dog, hanging out with friends. There's so many ways that Mary enjoys reading that is spiritually nurturing to me. So many ways that Mary enjoys having fun, in different ways that Mary enjoys it. What are the ways you enjoy having fun? And what's your fun diet? Are you malnutrition? Are you malnourished in your fun diet, but you've been really strict with something else? Or you keep telling yourself you're going to do something, and the thing you say you're going to do has some rigor to it, and then you find yourself not doing it. Maybe you too want to apply the better than nothing path that I've taken. And over time, of course, the something I'm doing has grown and grown and grown. So know this, there's a presence and there's a power with you right now. It is this thing called life. It's seeking to express ever more fully by every single one of us. That life is pressing through a blade of grass today to express itself. It'll press through cement, seeking the light. And that life is speaking to you. And part of that life must be activated through our physical body, our mind, and our spirit. These are Mary's top health habits in the way I enjoy them. So I'd love to hear how you enjoy them and how you might try this and some of your health habits. I might adopt those too. So feel a big hug from Mary Morrissey today.